obviously is very disappointing. It was a game we should have won, I think, and reluctant to say that because you think at the end of the season, all the games that you probably could have won and probably should have won add up. So I think it's really important that we take our chances when we got them, and I think on the weekend we didn't do that. So from a player's perspective and a coach's perspective, everyone was really disappointed after that. I mean, our skill efficiency wasn't up to scratch for round one, and I think that was a major reason in the result in the end. And I think that we've done a lot of work over the pre-season in that area, and thinking that we've made a lot of gains in that area. But on the weekend, it was very disappointing to be able to let ourselves down in that area and really not hit our targets, ones that we should be hitting. And if we had done that, then maybe the result might be different. But take nothing away from Collingwood's pressure and all that sort of stuff was really good. But we should expect that round one, round two, round three throughout the year. We would have loved to have been able to get over the line there in the end, but the game was sort of won and lost in that third quarter when we sort of, I think Collingwood kicked 6 unanswered goals, and partly because our skill efficiency wasn't great and sort of really cost us in the end. And if we can tighten up that area and not let Collingwood kick 6 goals in the third quarter, I think, as everyone's seen, we had the run in the last quarter and might have been a different result. But we've got to go back to the processes and try and really make everything work the way it should.
What was the message from yourself and the rest of the leadership group to the players?
I think that to have faith in what we're doing, obviously, and know that it is working, because in the last quarter we were overrunning them and it was all looking really good. But just to make sure that we do the hard work on the track as well. The coaches have been drilling the last couple of weeks, making sure that everything you do on the track is for a purpose, and that everything you do is at the highest of qualities. And I think that it was no more evident than on the weekend that we required to do that work to make sure that on the weekend you get the result.
And you're expecting a big response from the boys this week?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, round two was exciting to be able to back up a performance. It wasn't too great on the weekend against a really good opposition in Geelong. With good form in the past against Geelong, it's super exciting, as well as playing them in the pre-season and in the obviously the training sessions we had with them, also in the NAB Cup game we had with them, and we know them really well, so it's exciting to be able to go in this week against a good opposition and really see where we're at. We've trained with them for a month in January, as well as playing a NAB Cup game against them, so I think we know what they're trying to do really well, so we can counter that and try and do what we want to do as well, to the best of our abilities. And I think that the hard work we put in pre-season can really be shown on the weekends, and unfortunately for us last weekend it wasn't, but that's our job as players, is to really make sure that this weekend we do our best to play our best.
And a few of you boys got out to the game on Monday to see the Cats. They've obviously stepped it up again as well.
Yeah, they were really impressive on Monday, obviously against Hawthorn, a really good side. They performed really well, and I think they were 20 odd points down at half time, and to come back in the third quarter and beat the Hawks was a really good effort. And obviously they're a super side, we've got super players, and we're going to have to be on our best to beat them. And I'm really confident that hopefully we are, and we bring our best game and tighten up a few areas from last weekend, and it should be a good game. Last year was probably the first time we've beaten Geelong in quite a while, so I think a few of the boys got a real bit of confidence out of that, and just got to make sure that we do that again this year, and just really don't let up, and don't let that 5-minute period in the third quarter where the Cats can slam on 2 or 3 goals happen, and make sure that we just focus in on all the areas we want to work on, and make sure that we carry them out to the nth degree.